almost starting to get a little cold.
Heck yeah. We're almost halfway though, we're doing great. And we're sitting at negative 189, negative 191 right now.
Okay, the first minute went fast. The second minute was a little slower.
Yep.
You're probably wondering what I'm doing standing inside this freezing chamber, approaching negative 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Normally, I'm sharing training tips and a bit of nutrition advice, but this week, it's all about recovery. Let me take you, well, back to the beginning. And I'm about to try a recovery modality that I've heard a lot about, but never really knew anybody who tried it. So we're going to try cryotherapy, which is basically you go into a little chamber and you freeze yourself for 3 minutes. And it's supposed to have all sorts of performance benefits. But we're going to just give it a shot. I'm going to walk you through it with me firsthand, and we'll see what we learn.
Wow, and I see the smoke coming out.
Oh yeah. Wow, all right. So we're gonna get nice and chilly in here.
Before hopping into the cryo chamber, I did a bit of research. The jury's still out about whether cryotherapy helps with improving overall fitness. But it's the off season and I'm here to focus on recovery. And when it comes to postseason recovery for athletes, the research is pretty positive about what cryotherapy can do.
3 minutes is the maximum time. People can do it for less, but in the chamber itself, you're only in there for 3 minutes. So it's a super short amount of time, but that amount of time that you're in there is good enough to get your your skin temperature down. So your skin temperature, we always measure your skin temperature before you're in there. So with just kind of like a little thermal gun to make sure that your skin temperature is usually around like 88 to 92 degrees. And then we'll check it again when you get out. And we look for anywhere from a 30 to 40 degree skin temperature drop.
Wow.
That's how we know you're getting the really good benefits of cryotherapy and all that good stuff.
Cool.
I'll give you these. These are going to be a pair of mittens for you to wear while you're in there. I'm going to check your skin temperature on the back of your calf here.
Okay.
So we're at 91 degrees.
Okay.
So if we get down to around like 61 to 51 or something like that, that's how we know we had a really good first cryotherapy session.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
These are nice mittens.
Heck yeah, man. Got to keep you nice and insulated there.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So I'll open this door here.
Okay.
Right, getting in the chamber now. Closing the door, I'll roll the window down as well. All right, we're off and running.
Cool. It doesn't feel that cold.
Nope, so initially your body's just kind of gonna, adjust to the cold like you would if you were like stepping out and, you're not ready for the cold air up in like Chicago or something like that. Or if you were like jumping into a cold lake, your body's reaction isn't going to be necessarily immediate, but over the next like 30 seconds to a minute, your body will first notice that it's in a really cold environment. Usually halfway through is when it'll kind of enter that parasympathetic state, so that fight or flight mode. So that's necessarily what we're kind of getting the body into. So we're getting the body kind of feeling like it's, not to say dire straits, but getting it to react the way that we want it to get the maximum benefit from it. So you get a huge
While the 3-minute clock counts down, I'll talk you through some of the benefits according to research published in the medical journal Frontiers of Physiology. Whole body cryotherapy is widely used in sports medicine, and the two main purposes are after-season recovery and recovery from injuries as a result of trauma and overuse. In addition to its therapeutic effects, there's also research that endorses cryo's preventative benefits against exercise-induced inflammation and soreness. Will it work for me?
Yeah, so I'm starting to get a little cold.
Heck yeah. We're almost halfway though, we're doing great. Almost halfway, we're sitting at around negative 173 right now.
Is there anything else I need to do?
So right now that's completely great. So focusing on breathing is really huge, breathing in through the nose. A lot of people recommend doing like belly breathing and things like that, those kind of deeper breaths. And then just trying to maintain, as still as possible. The more still you are, the better your body's gonna kind of adjust to the cold.
Cool. And I feel that more on my face now that you put that on.
Absolutely. Yep. Go up a little bit more here. You got a timer up here as well as some things, kind of going over, how your body's reacting and things like that. We got less than a minute now. And we're sitting at negative 189, negative 191 right now.
Okay, the first minute went fast. The second minute was a little slower.
Yep. So we're down to the last 45 seconds now. This is where it becomes mind over matter. It's a mental game now.
Speaking of the mental game, there's also research that cryotherapy has the potential to not only enhance recovery, but also preparation. Stick with me here. The research says that the acute hormonal, anti-inflammatory, perceptual, and psychological responses yielded by whole-body cryotherapy indicate that this practice could enhance an athlete's competition readiness when used alongside traditional elements of active warm-ups in the hours before competition.
And so we will get you out now. All right, my man. Feeling good? Heck yeah. Whew. We'll check temp on the back of the calf here. All right. So we got down to 66. So that's good. That's a good drop. From 91.
So, my first cryotherapy session is finished, and honestly, it was a little different than I expected. I thought I'd be colder, number one, and it sounds like they measure the difference in your skin temperature before and afterwards, and they want a 30 to 40 degree drop. For my first session, I had it like a 25 degree drop, which I guess is pretty good, but I think normally they'd like to see a bigger difference there. So maybe I didn't have as much of a crazy benefit as others would have. Walking out, I do feel a little bit more energized. I don't know if it was just like the breath of fresh air, or the breath of freezing air, but I definitely feel a little bit more energized. This was my first time trying cryotherapy, and like the research, there's still a question about how many sessions I need and how often I need to go in order to get the best therapeutic results. Like so many things in sport, it's about trial and error. I'm really glad the team at Restore Naples gave me a chance to try it out myself. And let me share it with you. Speaking of you, what's your best recovery advice, and would you try cryotherapy? Drop us an answer in the comments and click the subscribe button if you'd like to see more training, nutrition, and recovery videos for triathletes here on our YouTube channel.